Hello, welcome to another midweek message. I thought we'd have some running water, a stream this time, instead of clocks and birds screaming. Right, what have we got? 18C, which is 64 Fahrenheit, 89% humidity. That's quite a lot, isn't it? 89%. 10 millibars on the barometer, and the wind, well, what are we doing out there? It's from the west, which has got the cherry trees going mad. Bit of blue sky up there all the time, 6 a.m. Little bit of blue sky coming through. It's meant to be cloudy today, but of course the weather forecast people lie, don't they? They should have been politicians. I've said that before, haven't I? Okay, what can I moan about this week? Oh, I know. It's time for a rant, and I mean a rant. After all, this is called Ray's Rants. Martin, if you're listening, you said, will this go on a podcast episode? And yes, it will. We went to the pub Sunday afternoon to listen to some chap singing. It was all planned. We thought we'd go on the train. That way Trish could have a couple of glasses of wine, I could have a couple of beers. We don't have to worry about driving. The train was 2:30. Trish said, well, take a leisurely stroll around to the railway station because of your bad knee. Have I told you about my bad knee? It hurts, it's arthritis. I think I might have mentioned it once or twice. Yes, you're thinking, yes, you've told us about your bad knee a million times. Okay, so a leisurely stroll, Sunday afternoon, the sun shining, round to the railway station. We were going to be early for the train, that doesn't matter. We can sit on the platform, watch other trains go by. Phone call from Trish's sister. Just checking the train times, your train's been cancelled. What? Cancelled? What's going on? The next one's 3 o'clock, she said. But we're meant to be at the pub at 3. The thing starts at 3. That's okay, there's an earlier one, 2:05. 2:05? What's the time now? I'm checking my watch. It's 5:02. We got 10 minutes to get to the station. Right, okay, we're off. Lock up, leave the house, almost run to the station with my poor bad knee. I'm puffed out, my knee hurts. We get onto the platform eventually. The train is coming in. What a bit of luck that was. I nearly swore that. What is the matter with the railway? Why is it cancelled? In the old days, they would have a spare driver. If a driver calls in sick or whatever, he can't make it, something's happened, they lose a driver, the spare driver, who's sitting in the office either at, I don't know, one end of the line or the other, he can take over that train. Oh no, they don't want to do that because they have to pay the spare driver. Not going to pay him. We won't have a spare driver. Okay, one calls in sick. What do? Cancel the train. I don't know that was the problem, but the train was cancelled. The train journey itself was all right, but then we got to the pub early, nearly an hour early. Not to worry, we sat at a table, our designated table because we'd booked. I'm sitting next to Trish. There's sort of 4 chairs each side of the table. Right behind our chairs, there are other chairs. There's no gap to walk through. We couldn't pull our chairs back to get out because the other chairs were the people there. Their chairs are, anyway, we're squashed in. All right, there goes a car. Sorry, I've got the window open again. So, okay, that's all right. We get our drinks and we sit at this table. The chap turns up, the one that's going to sing, the one that's going to make a noise. Starts setting up his speakers, on stands, on poles. One of the speakers is facing me. It's like feet away, a few feet away. And I said to Trish, this is going to be loud. No, she said, no, he's not loud. It's okay, he's not loud. All right then. Then he started testing. Hello, testing, 1, 2. Then he played some music. Loud? Stone the crows, I couldn't hear myself think. The others turned up, they sat down and joined us. I couldn't talk to them, I couldn't hear what they were saying. Mother-in-law said something to me and so I'm saying, sorry, what? I can't hear you, what? Hopeless. We then had our meal, the food was good, the meal was all right. And this chap started he started singing. It was karaoke. If you're going to have karaoke, right, you know what karaoke is, don't you? The music plays without the original singer, okay? It's just the music, and then you sing through the microphone. It's normally for the general public in the pub or wherever it is. They go up and grab the mic on the stage, the music plays, and they do the singing, which is great. It's a bit of a laugh because most people can't sing. This chap, he's doing karaoke, and I thought, well, why pay him to sing when you might as well play the original record? Don't take the voice off for the karaoke thing, just leave the original record as it was. There was the Walker Brothers, was it Walker Brothers? Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore. Great, I love the Walker Brothers. Is it Scott Walker? Nice voice, really nice voice. Then this chap, you can't hear the Walker Brothers. It's just the music and him singing. What is the point of karaoke? I don't understand that at all. Still, there we are. I don't understand anything these days. So after the meal, I said to Trish, I'm going to go and sit outside. I can't stand this noise. I went and sat outside and it was lovely. Sunday afternoon, hardly anyone out there. I could still hear the damn noise. Hardly anyone out there. And I sat there in the sun, looking at the row of shops over the road. I made a little recording. Have a listen to this. I'm just making a little recording. I've come outside because I can't stand the noise. It's quite nice out here, sitting in the sun. Oh, in the shade, actually. Got my beer here. Looking at the row of shops that I used to look at when I was, 5 years old. Rather nice. There was the off licence. That's gone, of course. There was the radio and TV shop. That's gone. Everything's gone. The butcher's still there, funnily enough, and it's the same name, would you believe? I was outside in this sort of seating area, and you could still hear him, couldn't you? Did you hear him? So loud, I don't understand it. Trish came out and bought me a beer, and she said, "Oh, are you all right out here on your own?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. You go and enjoy it. I don't want to spoil the day for her. I don't want her worrying about me, thinking, oh dear, he's outside on his own. Is he all right?" This is why I don't normally go to these things. Trish loves it. Her sister loves it. They love it to bits. They get on well with this chap who does the singing. They think he's amazing. He's marvellous. I won't tell you well, you know what I think. You don't need me to tell you what I think. So eventually, Trish said, "We've moved tables. Okay, we're not sitting there right in front of the speakers anymore. We've moved to another table. It's away from him and his loudspeakers." So I went back in, and it was a lot better. It's still loud. It was loud outside, let alone inside. Anyway, I sat there, and it was quite pleasant. We were able to talk, raised voices, of course, but it was a lot better, and I was able to enjoy a bit of a chat. It was nice. I have to say, I did enjoy that part of the day. I wasn't looking forward to getting the train home, because I thought, well, that'll probably be cancelled. Luckily, one of the people we were with, Alan, he said, "Do you want to lift home, you two? Save you getting the train." Oh, bliss. Thank you so much, Alan. Lovely. Yes, so we got a lift home, and that was okay. But what an afternoon. I don't know. I won't go on about that anymore. Let's move on, shall we? Just a couple of shout-outs. Steve in Spain. Hello, Steve. Joe in Cyprus. That's Joe with an E. Well done, Joe. Nice to hear from you. I like Cyprus. Eric in Sweden. Hello, Eric. And Molly in Connecticut. Jolly good. That's the big shout-out. Rachel, nice to hear from you. You're talking about outtakes. This is where I go wrong and bash around on the table like this, and then I normally cut it out. Cars going past. Rachel said there were no noises in the last episode. Well, I can't really make noises. I've got the window open now, but there's no traffic. Mind you, it is early in the morning. No traffic at all at the moment. No one shouting. No builders out there. No gas men digging up the road. Tricia summed it up. We were talking about this the other day, and she said, if you're in a soundproof booth, okay, it's very clinical. Just me in the booth, you don't hear anything else. She said, with other noises going on, it's a bloke in his room doing a podcast. And I thought that summed it up quite nicely. I'm a bloke in my room recording a podcast episode and having a chat to you. It's a bit like being in the pub, isn't it? We're having a chat, except there's no chinking of glasses and other banter going on in the background. But as I've said several times now, the general consensus seems to be, let's have some background noises. Oh, Rachel suggested putting all the outtakes at the end of the episode. Well, yes, all the outtakes. There aren't that many. But anyway, good idea, Rachel. I will start to do that. If we get lots of complaints, well, I don't know, then we might have to have a rethink. I shall see. But it's certainly worth a try. Shall we talk about window cleaners? No, okay, you don't want to talk about window cleaners. All right, just briefly. In the old days, the window cleaner would come round, he'd have his bucket of water, he'd knock on the door, "Could I have some water, please?" He'd fill up his bucket with warm water, and he'd put his soapy stuff in it. He's got his cloth and his leather, you know, the chamois and all that stuff. He'd go up his ladder, clean all the windows properly, use the leather to dry it all off. Did all the paint work as well. Wonderful. These days they go around with a broom on a stick, squirting water out of the end. Anyway, I was sitting in here Yesterday this was, sitting in here, and I saw this broom with water coming out of the end up at the window. Someone was cleaning the windows. And I thought, what's going on here? That's not Tricia. We haven't got a broom on a stick, with water coming. So I went downstairs, and there's this chap with his van outside and his clean water and his gear and everything. And I said, hello. He said, oh, hello. Could you shut that upstairs window? I said, hang on, I think you might have the wrong house, unless you're doing this free of charge. And he sort of looked at me and he said, oh, hang on. I want number so-and-so, not this one. Oh, sorry. He said, sorry, look, I'll finish off the windows while I'm here now. I've started. And off he went up the road afterwards. But I wondered what on earth it was. This thing up at the window here, water squirting everywhere. But of course, in the old days, as I said, they did it properly. Our window cleaner, years ago, I used to leave, it was £4. I used to leave £4 coins on the window ledge just outside the front upstairs window here. I just put the £4 coins there, so if we're out or if I'm busy, I'm down the garden or wherever in the shed, he could clean the windows. He's got his £4, off you go. £4 these days. I don't know what it costs these days, but I know it's a little bit more than £4. I do the windows myself. Well, I say I do them myself. I don't bother, to be honest, half the time. Anyway, that's enough about window cleaners. I'd better say goodbye, hadn't I? It's getting on a bit time-wise. What's that? That's that damn rooster up the road. I'll leave that outtake in, shall I? There you go, Rachel. You heard the rooster up the road. OK, I think that's enough silliness, don't you, for one episode? Look after yourselves. Take care. Be good. If you're bad, don't get caught. The old flags. Actually, the flag is all tattered and torn. That reminds me of a Judge Dredd record. I won't go into that. I've ordered a new flag. That should be here in a day or two. Thanks for listening. Lovely chatting with you as always. And I shall see you on Sunday. Bye-bye for now.